Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back having again another look at F1 2020, and today McLaren have just revealed their new livery for 2020. Now this was originally going to be a live reaction to the new car, but unfortunately I managed to use the wrong microphone, hence why we are just going to be having a look at the new pictures here today. And I've got to be honest, this is my favourite paint scheme so far from 2020, and I think actually having a look at these pictures now, it looks even better than it did on the stream. The black on blue for me personally is sort of the big standout feature of the paint on this car. You know, you can see up towards the top of the car, down right at the bottom as well. It does look absolutely phenomenal here, and I know a lot of people are probably going to be saying it looks exactly the same as last season's car, but that is definitely not the case in my personal opinion there. McLaren as well have also announced 8 new sponsors are joining the team for this year there, so you can see quite a few sponsors on the side of the car, and yeah, I must admit, it does look absolutely phenomenal. Now, in the previous video, I was sort of talking about, obviously, McLaren during 2019. It was a very, very successful season of rebuilding. You know, that is definitely what McLaren appear to be focusing on over the course of 2020 as well. Luckily, unlike Ferrari and Renault, McLaren have actually released a bit of an information document. Unfortunately, I didn't cover Ferrari or Renault. Ferrari's was just not, it just took forever, and Renault's, I don't think you can even call it a car reveal at the end of the day. It was just appalling in personal opinion there. But yeah, having a read through the article that McLaren attached to the new pictures. McLaren Racing today unveiled the team's 2020 F1 car, the MCL35, live from the MTC to a global audience. Drivers Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, who both enter their second season with the team, proudly presented the car ahead of it taking to the track for the first time during pre-season testing next week. McLaren set to work on the MCL35, which is powered by the Renault E-Tech 20, during 2019 as the team pursued the first phase of its performance recovery program. The season saw the team climb to 4th in the FIA Formula 1 Constructors World Championship and provided valuable insights for the development of the MCL35 in what will be an intensely competitive 2020 Formula 1 season. The MCL35 continues to sport the striking McLaren papaya and blue, the original colours chosen by founder Bruce McLaren, and representing the team's 57-year legacy in the sport. The dynamic new livery is the essence of form and function, designed to further increase standout on the grid while being fully optimised for racing performance. McLaren has also continued its positive commercial trend with 8 new partners for 2020, like I mentioned before as well. And yeah, there was a couple of interesting quotes as well from Zach Brown there, but I wanted to mainly focus actually on what Andreas Seidel said towards the end of his interview. Today is another step on our journey. It is important not to be complacent. This will be a tough season. Nothing comes easy in Formula 1, and the competition at the head of the midfield will be intense. We have 6 days of testing to prepare for the start of the new season, and Carlos, Lando and the whole team here at the MTC and at the track are ready. We go again there. And it was quite interesting. Nothing comes easy in Formula 1, and the competition at the head of the midfield will be intense. So it's quite clear that McLaren, their 2020 aim is just to try and solidify their P4 in the Constructors' Championship. I mean, there's probably not going to be a huge amount of movement in 2020. You know, all of the focus now for most of the teams is, you know, there's probably going to be a lot put towards 2021. You know, we've seen a lot of copy and pastes by quite a few teams in terms of the livery, and I'm sure although all the teams have made developments over the winter break as well, you know, I think a lot of teams we aren't going to see quite a rapid R&D development over the course of 2020 as we have seen in previous years here. But yeah, really, really like the look of the new McLaren. Like I said, the orange on black, I also am a big fan of. Actually, I don't know if you can sort of call it 8-bit, but there's, you know, sort of the retro style numbers on the car as well. They really do look quite cool. You know, McLaren, obviously with their shadow program and everything like that, has clearly proven, you know, they want to put a bit of emphasis as well on gaming. So I don't know if that's sort of a low-key, subtle mention of that on the car as well. But yeah, a lot of the sponsors, you know, the Husky chocolate on the back, the Estrella Garcia as well on the sides of the rear wing as well, making a famous return as well. You know, it is quite instinctively, or distinctively even, that same McLaren that we saw from 2019 as well. But yeah, a big fan of this car. I'm definitely going to say my favourite livery so far, ready for 2020. You know, I'm a big fan of the colour orange. Orange is my favourite colour, but rather impressively for me, it's actually the blue on black that I think I like the most on this car as well. But yeah, I really do hope we're going to see McLaren continue to make forward progress in 2020. I would love to see them fighting for podiums once again in Formula 1. But thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless, though. Let me know your guys' thoughts as to 2020 McLaren F1 as well. You know, what you think you guys are going to see from the team, and also your views on the new paint scheme as well. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you guys next time for more F1 2020 car reveals.